Let me watch this peacefully. Okay.
CCTV
Let's see. CCTV. Okay, what is this? Hacking. Who's a hacker?
Master.
Axia.
Axia, can you hear what's going on outside right now?
Oh shit, that is Rouge's costume. Look at that. Huge.
What's going on outside
Huge,
right now?
man. Oh my goodness. Is that more dudes?
Commencing mission.
Wow.
I may be dressed differently than usual, but I'll still do my best.
So good, man. Massive.
Hey, quit looking at me like that.
Mill.
Well,
Okay.
what do you think of Bunny Girl?
That try is winning, man. That try is winning.
Eyes up here, sure.
Okay, new costume.
You can.
So who do we get?
My eyes.
So we gotta choose, we gotta pick between Axia or Bei. Now that's going to be how it is, right? So Axia or Bei. So when it comes to Axia, she's going to be in the past. Bei is going to be, I guess, in a separate pass as well. Both are going to be the pass. I think Bei's pass is more worth it. But then at the same time, it depends on who you guys use more often.
Focus on the game for now.
Oh
If you want to
my
look,
goodness.
you can
Did they just flash her? They literally just flash her.
stare all you want
Okay.
later.
You can stare all you want, guys. Limited reruns. I got all of this. I have all of this, right? So we got Moist Rabbit Folkwang, Toxic Rabbit Viper, and Medical Rabbit Mary. Okay, so this one is all already there. Limited Nikke's rerun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reruns. 6. Okay. Guys, that's a lot of reruns. That's a lot. Okay, but you gotta just be careful, right? Just be careful. And then we'll get all of this stuff alongside with the mini game. Mini game. I love mini game. Oh, that is quite intuitive. I like it. How do you get the one on top? Tribe Tower expansion. All right. So this is going to be the separate one. Wow, 1000 floor. Okay, so let's have a look at the skills, right? Since we have revealed. So the first one is going to be Milk's one.
This doesn't suit me.
How strong is Milk? The waifu. Okay, everybody loves Milk. Strawberry Milk. Waiting for Rouge Bunny cosplay. So this is the one that I think her burst skill cut in is better. So why is her reload so long? Okay. Wow. They're gonna print money this one. I'm sure they will. Okay, so when you burst, it seems like you're doing more damage. Is that an AoE? What is that thing in the background? Okay, let's have a look at the skill kit. Alright. So she's going to be burst 3 iron. That means she's competing against, I guess, Red Hood, because Red Hood is also sniper rifle, right? And there's also iron. I guess she's competing against Eve. Who's the other? Raven. I think those two, and also Julia Thrasher. Those are going to be the ones if you're looking for a DPS. So skill 1, embarrassment suppression. When you do full charge, basically you gain Pierce for 6 seconds. So ideally you want to do full charge. So she is going to be a Pierce character for Iron type. Okay, that's good. I appreciate that for Iron type characters. Iron type Nikkes don't seem to have much Pierce type, right? Activates when full charge lasts for 0.5 seconds or more. And self is not in the embarrassment state. Affects self. Okay, embarrassment state. So she got different state. Very, very interesting. Performs force reload at reduced reloading speed, increased attack capabilities, and dealing distributed damage. Oh, shoot. Distributed damage, eh? Affects all enemies. Deals 290%, okay. Affects cells, removes 100% of bullets, and fixes reloading speed at 50% reduction. Okay. And also forcefully reloads and increase your attack by 118%. So basically, she's a character that do AoE with this one single shot at distributed damage pace, which is very interesting. That means you can buff her with that particular case, right? Very interesting. Okay, let me see. Outburst. Activates only when in embarrassment status. Embarrassment status. Okay, affects self. Pierce damage increased by 64%. That is a lot. That's a lot of pierce, right? 64% constant. This is permanent, I guess. As long as she is in this particular state. Activates only when in overconfident. Status affects all enemies every 2 seconds. Deals 447% of attack as distributed damage. So this is basically her basically burst tree, right? So affect self, overconfident her. That's going to be her skill. Overconfident her is burst tree. Gains immunity to embarrassment for 10 seconds, so she can't do this for now. But her pierce damage increased by 117%, and her attack increased by 220%. That's a lot. What the heck? Attack increased by 220%. That is insane, yo. Yo, how much is Dorothy's attack increase? Dorothy, as far as I know, Dorothy is one of the few characters in the game that has the this Dorothy, right? Hers is how much? I completely forgot. Hers is 75% here. Activates only full burst. And then she got 88% here. 75% plus 88%. Dorothy is about 140, 150%, 160% at most. So Milk gets 220% increased attack. But she doesn't get anything else like damage increase or anything, right? She has pierce, she has attack percent increase that lasts for 10 seconds. That is pretty interesting. I don't know if this is going to be enough for her to compete in the meta, but I think she might be actually one of the better characters if you need pierce. She might actually be not bad, right? It just depends on the distributed damage. I wonder what team you put her in, right? Maybe you can do her with like... Do you take Scarlet Black Shadow out? Put her in the SPS team, right? Because the Scarlet Black Shadow team is like... You have a burst 1 and you got burst 2, and burst 2 is going to be the main mask and main anchor, right? Because they buff distributed damage. And then you usually put SPS and Alice. So what if you take out SPS and you put Milk instead? I wonder if she can fit in that team. Because she definitely benefits from the distributed damage buffs from both main mask and main anchor. She also benefits from the Alice's increase for the charge speed and stuff. Right, maybe burst 1 you can just put D Killer Wife or something to improve her pierce. Yeah, we'll see if that's going to work. Or maybe together with Grave as well, yeah? That probably could work as well. If you want to run multiple burst team. So what about 8? Because Milk is a damage dealer. And 8 is a, if you guys haven't seen, the GB. Okay?
I even received...
So for 8, she's a little bit different. She has a bit of a different aspect. And she's going to have a different perspective because she's much more of a supporter. Let's see if we can afford to see it right here. I do like her burst skill come in. She fires one shot. Yeah, I guess you can't really see what she's trying to do. Does she increase max ammo? Maybe that's what she does. Okay, let's have a look at the kit right here, right? Okay, she's burst 2. Alright, nice. I was hoping she would be burst 2. If burst 1 is very hard to compete, right? Because she has to compete against all the CDR characters. Burst 2 makes more sense. Alright, for her to be an Iron, I think this makes complete sense. So let's have a look. She's going to be Iron Sniper Rifle. Agent's Gaze. Activates when landing full charge attacks within the effective range. All allies increase attack by 15% of the caster's attack for 5 seconds. Okay. Activates when attacking with full charge, affects self. Spy lens minimum effective range increased by 4% up to 10 times and lasts for 5 seconds. I don't know what does this mean about the range because Sniper Rifle has the furthest range, right? Minimum effective range. Does Sniper Rifle get nerfed if you're too near to the enemy, right? As far as I know, I don't think that's the case, but maybe that's the case. But ideally, she gets more range in general. Will that be super useful? Maybe in some like enemies that are super far away. But this only affects herself, which is not that big of a deal. I don't think she's there to do damage, right? As for this particular one, attack increased by 15.2% for everyone. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool for sure. Let's have a look at this. Skill 2 activates when landing full charge attacks on targets within the effective range. All allies get pierce damage increased by 18%. Oh my god. So when you land a full charge attack, you literally just buff everybody. Activates only if Spy Lens is fully stacked. Okay, Spy Lens is going to be this one, so she got to stack 10 times first before you get into this effect. So gain pierce continuously, attack increased by 16%. Again, this sounds good and all, but I don't think it's going to be that useful because it only affects herself. I don't think she's supposed to do a lot of damage. I think she's just there to support. But everyone else is going to get attack percent, pierce damage percent, and when she bursts 20 seconds, thank God. Thank God she's a 20 seconds, right? Affect self, minimum effective range increased by 55%. Affects all allies. Attack damage increased by 55%. Pierce damage increased by 10%. That sounds really broken. That is quite a lot of. Wait a second. Is she a better Grave? Because wouldn't that be better than Grave? And in my opinion, Grave is the second best solo burst do for now, outside of Crown. Not counting the duos, right? So the thing with Grave is like, she might be able to compete with Grave. Not entirely, but I think she will replace Mary, if anybody is still using Mary, right? So attack damage is 48% here, the one that affects all allies, right? Pierce damage is 39% there, but Grave also gives max ammo capacity. Grave has higher pierce. Yeah, that's pretty much, that is something that I can observe, right? So all in all, I feel like she probably could be a very interesting in terms of the competition for burst do, but this is how much Grave give. Now this one is going to affect Grave's. This one is only going to affect Grave herself, affect self, right? This one all affects self. I want to look at the one that affects allies, which is down here. Attack damage for Grave is 48%. This one is 55%, right? Pierce damage is 10% here. This one is 39% here, right? That means Grave is more specialized towards pierce. Maybe 8 can be used in other scenarios, right? Maybe like there are some like. I wonder if she's going to be good for Dorothy. Swimsuit Dorothy, I mean, right? Because Swimsuit Dorothy also can benefit from pierce as well. So that will be quite interesting. Max ammo capacity, now this one is hard to beat. Max ammo capacity increased by 3 rounds for 10 seconds. That can be quite valuable as well. Sadly, Bunny 8 don't have that. But we do have pierce damage. We do have this one here though, right? This one here, 18% here. And also the 15% here. That would be able to help her even more. I'm kind of curious. Yeah, I kind of want to like test this out. I feel like at the end of the day, both seems really strong. But like 8 being burst do might actually be good for a lot of people who don't have Crown or maybe don't have Grave as well, and you're looking for a burst do solo DPS. Because I know there's a lot of like so casual players that maybe they have Blanc but no Noir, and then they got no Crown, and then they got no Grave. And then this probably would be the next best thing that they could, you know, consider getting if you're looking for a burst do somewhat in that meta range, right? We'll see. We'll test this out and see, right?